Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have a confession. And no, I'm not on gear. The allegations on Twitter, they're completely false, don't believe them. And there's no way anyone could prove anything happened in 2006. No, what I'm confessing to today, alright, is something way worse than any of that. I am a My Hero Academia fan. Please, Lord, forgive me. Yes, it's true. I like it, alright? For all the cringe, I think Deku's pretty cool. My favorite character is Bakugo, and I hate half of the class of UA. It's not my top favorite anime, not by a long shot. That's probably Code Geass, but I'd say it's definitely above average. That being said, I have my gripes with the show, but we'll get into that later. We're talking about its spin-off, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and I was pretty excited for this, because I do like the universe they set up. I'm a kind of a connoisseur of superhero things. If you say that there's a society with people with powers and a whole like power system behind that, I'm probably at the very least gonna check it out, because I'm a child in my brain and I like when people go boom boom and things blow up, or like they can fly and shit. I'm very easy to please. But the vigilante thing really made me excited because, well, vigilantes, I think they're the coolest heroes of all, because generally they don't play by the rules, right? My Hero Academia, they're like, yeah, oh, well, you can't you literally kill the villain unless there's no other choice. You know, they make it a thing where it's like Deku's really trying not to kill people, right? Even though the people he's fighting are like mass murderers who are gonna literally destroy all of society if they get away with what they're doing. Whereas vigilantes, you know, typically in your head you think, oh man, you know, this guy is mugging a girl and like beat her up with a bat. Yeah, just break his jaw. Like, who cares, dude? Just handicap him for life. Who cares? Like, he chose to do this. He put himself in this situation, you know? I find that cool. So I was hoping it went that route, and I'm pretty pleased. Did I say my name's Dakosity yet? And that you should like and subscribe? I think you should do that. All right, we're gonna hop into the plot. This video is a review, by the way. If you couldn't tell, I'm just gonna review and give my thoughts of the series. Obviously, it's not finished yet, but we're just gonna go over, you know, pros, cons, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, why you should watch it, etc., etc. All right, let's hop into the summary right now. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything, by the way. Outside of, I guess, the base premises, which you kind of figure out during the first episode anyway. Again, like and subscribe. Small YouTuber, oh boy. Okay, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. We follow this college student named Koichi. I think that's his name anyway. I don't know. His hero name is the Crawler. Well, he's not a hero, he's a vigilante, but I digress. Still don't know what that word means. And in the first episode, he just, you know, we see the origin basically. He finds Pop Step, he finds Knuckle Duster. They become a little team together. They start living together in the Crawler's house because, you know, the other two are basically freeloaders. And they start fighting crime from the shadows, essentially, as vigilantes. The main threat here is the trigger, that drug that people were taking in the main series to kind of increase their power and make them more berserk. Here it's being flooded into the streets for free to basically experiment on the general population and cause chaos. The heroes really are being incredibly slow dealing with this, so it's up to the vigilantes to actually attack the problem at its source. You know, kind of do the dirty work that the cops and heroes can't do, because they're on the streets 24/7, right? And I really like this. Not because the premise is more grounded, like the power scaling is a lot lower, because I should mention the quirks of our three main characters. The Crawler can basically just kind of glide. If he puts 3 points of contact or something or more, he could turn into a hover car almost and just glide on any surface. Pop Step, the chick, can bounce. That's really it. Like, she has to touch the ground and then she can just bounce up and she can land. She doesn't get hurt by fall damage if she does that. And then Knuckle Duster's literally just a dude. By the way, my favorite character probably in the whole series. He's just a dude. He's got brass knuckles. He's just a hulking monster of a man that beats the crap out of people with quirks. He doesn't have a quirk, at least as far as we know in the series. He's just that guy, and I love it. But yeah, the power scaling is definitely lower because we have these more kind of underpowered people. We're used to seeing, you know, the top class at UA. Everyone can shoot giant fireballs or ice walls walls or just, you know, punch holes into entire cities and shit like that. Whereas now the power scaling is a lot lower, and it makes for more interesting fights as well as just a more grounded story. And I like that, especially considering the cast is a lot smaller, so we actually get to know the characters a lot more, despite the series being probably only 13 episodes, whereas My Hero's got like I don't know, like 70 now. That was one thing I really didn't like about the main series, was that I had to spend time with some of the classmates who I did not give a shit about. I liked the tournament arcs and like the class versus class stuff where they were actually fighting each other, right? But I don't care about the backstory of half the class. I don't care about Coda, the guy who could talk to animals. I don't care about the octopus man. I don't care about the purple ball guy and his perviness. Hell, I don't even care about Tape Dude. I don't even know any of their names. I know Todoroki, Bakugo, Deku, and Sue. Oh yeah, and Ida. I keep forgetting about Ida, but he's actually kind of cool. Don't care about any of the other people, I'm gonna be honest. So when I spend time with them outside of them like literally fighting people, because it's not like their quirks are also boring. Some of their quirks are still cool, I just don't care about the characters. It feels like a waste of time, whereas Vigilantes, I'm just kind of speeding through it. Every moment is spent with characters I enjoy watching just exist and talk to each other and interact with the world. So that's a big +1 for me. Again, can I take a sidestep here and just glaze Knuckle Duster a little bit more? My God, this guy's so cool. Dude's a giant monster of a man, and he's squaring up with people who have physical quirks like hardening and just making themselves stronger with Trigger, and he's beating them and just by being a better fighter and just out-himming them. It's so cool. I love him so much, dude. He's exactly what I want to be when I grow up, even though I'm 26. But yeah, big fan of the cast, big fan of the premise. There were slow bits here and there, but it's you know, it's getting a lot better, honestly. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention during the premise, I don't know if I did, it's 5 years in the past. So like before the actual main story even starts, it's 5 years behind that. So we get to see a lot of the characters you got to know and love, kinda, or at least hear about. Ingenium, All Might in his prime, kinda, Eraserhead. Very cool to see these already established characters. And don't get me started on the freaking opening, okay? My God, this opening is just awesome. It's like ding, 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 yeah, all right. I love it so much, dude. I put that shit on Spotify in my anime playlist because I'm a nerd. See, I can't get made fun of because I'm 6'2" and 220 pounds with like 8% body fat. I can listen to whatever the hell I want. I got meme Minecraft songs on my Spotify. What are you gonna do? By Little V. You gonna beat me up? I have a 40-inch vertical. You gonna beat me up? I'll dunk on you. I don't know what else to say, to be honest. I like the characters, like the story. Art style is the same, basically. There's a more comic book tone to it. So like there'll be like whoosh, you know, like the actual words pop up, or maybe the background has that kind of comic book dotted texture. I don't know what to call it, but it's definitely got a more unique aesthetic than the main series does. It's almost trying to be a comic book while still being the My Hero actual art style. I really like that, to be honest. I think it works well. Overall, for a spin-off series, I actually like it more than the main for the most part. The quirks being more grounded and kind of less powerful is a double-edged sword. Because on one hand, yeah, the fights are more interesting sometimes because it's more, I guess, gritty and dirtier. Like, they really have to just punch each other at most points, right? Whereas with a lot of the main series fights, yeah, they're punching each other, but you know, it's not a lot of technique going into it. They just gotta, I'm gonna hit you as hard as I fucking can with either this punch or this fire blast, this ice blast, this telekinesis blast, or 1,000 fists coming out of me because I'm like mutating for some reason. You know, stuff like that, which is also cool stuff. So I guess they're both cool. I don't know where I'm going with this, man. Just go watch the show, dude. It's good. It's good. Even if you don't watch My Hero, I think this, at least, like, you should give it a chance. Listen, there's some cringe parts about it too, but it's a lot less cringe than the main series, which I also, you know, would recommend if you like superhero stuff, but that's just me. Anyways, I think I've rambled long enough. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize for the room and the audio. Let me know if the audio is really bad. I haven't really tweaked it to this room specifically. Hopefully I get out of here. You should really like and subscribe, because if I start making money on this, that's the faster I can get out of here and move into a proper studio apartment. Please, God help me. I live in New Jersey. The rent is terrible, and you know, it's been hard getting a job because it was during the winter and I have nothing but bar backing experience. I'm also a personal trainer, so you know, let me know if you need me to send you digital workouts or something. I promise I'm good, especially if you're into sports. So man, I know how to jump. I know how to jump train. I know how to do that. All right, see ya. Goodbye.